I want this chance to show you that your God in karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do. I know Kung Fu.
Show me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of H8L Presents Fistfights and Fried Rice. I am your host, Taz, and brought with me this evening a fraternity of assholes are joining us once again to talk about the ins and outs of everything that's going on in the world of combat sports. Starting us off, the man that truly needs no introduction, the Caribbean Knight, the praiser of all things Usman. Bring to you a one, Deku.
Yes, I am here.
Also joining us this evening, rolling 15 inches deep, the destroyer of all things ovaries, the man, the myth, the legend, the Bastatch of the H8L, the shitter upon everything women's self-defense. Bring to you a one, Lobo.
I was born ready.
And of course, as cool as the other side of the pillow, my brother from another mother, my spirit animal, the yin to my yang, a one, UTBABYA.
This is the sound of my voice.
And of course, no podcast is ever complete without the self-appointed black man of Dagestan. Black Helwani himself, Negrodamus, if you will, the connoisseur of combat sports, the Rain Man of martial arts. I bring to you a one, Justice Magnificent.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Yo. Fab Five Freddy. It's before some of your time. Some of you didn't catch that reference at all.
They did.
They did, man. Deku, you know who Fab Five Freddy is?
Who?
Fab Five Freddy?
Nope.
Downtown Julie Brown?
Mm-mm.
Man. Ed Lover and Dr. Dre?
Nah. Oh, Dr. Dre.
Not Aftermath, Dr. Dre.
Oh, well, not that one. Well, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 35. First and foremost, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. It finally happened, folks. The true-to-life Godzilla vs. Kong. We had Choczilla versus Honkey Kong in terms of Francis Ngannou and Miocic. We have a new UFC Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Francis. And I'm just going to go ahead and predict it now. I think he's going to be holding on to that belt for quite a while.
A hot minute.
After that performance, yeah, I agree.
I give it about 7 more months.
Oh.
What you say?
7 months.
7 months.
7 months. Is that your prediction, sir?
That's my prediction.
What's going to happen in 7 months? I assume you think that
One Johnny Bones
coked
Jones.
up a coked up John Jones is gonna not get knocked the absolute fuck out somehow.
I'm just curious, sir, as to not only why do you feel that way, but how do you see that fight going? Because eventually their paths are going to cross.
I mean, I think John gets caught first round.
Then dies?
No, he probably gets laid down like flat on his back, take a couple of shots, and realizes that, hey, I actually got to fight this, and gets back up and proceeds to elbow and hopefully kick his way to a victory.
I can see that, actually.
I can see parts of that. I can see him taking some shots that he doesn't want to take. I can see him coming to the realization that he has to fight for his life. I see him running around that cage, as he should. And I see him doing everything he can to try to gas Francis out. Because I think that is the only chance he has, is to gas him the fuck out and then try to wrestle fuck this dude to death.
I don't even think that's going to be a thing. Like, I really don't think Francis is going to... I don't think anyone's going to take him down. And if they do, I feel like he's probably just going to be way better than people think at least keeping himself from being in bad positions on the ground. I just don't. I don't see it. I agree with Justice what you were saying about like how John would beat him if he does. But the thing I don't agree with is that he gets up after taking shots from.
Yeah, that was the part that threw me off. When you're like, yeah, he takes some shots, lays flat on his back, and gets up. Huh?
Like,
he lays flat on his back and gets Donkey Kong smashed through the fucking canvas.
Yeah, he might get up after one, but after that, I feel like his executive decision making, like his executive functioning in his brain, is just not going to be working.
Same way the same person after he beat the ring.
Yes, the same way Stipe's wasn't when he was like after taking like the 2 shots from Francis, and then he goes, "Oh, I punched him in the face a little bit. Let me just fly in for the kill here." Oh yeah, nope, terrible idea. Yeah,
I think for the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited about the heavyweight division for UFC.
Right? Feels like a renaissance.
Right?
Like there's like dudes coming up. Like we've still got Derek Lewis, who, you know, again, just so fun, like so much fun. Nuclear bombs in his hands as well, and
getting better every fight.
That fight is only going one of two ways: either it is a snooze fest like the first one was, even though I was on the edge of my seat the whole time because I was just waiting because at any moment someone could knock the fuck out, or it's going to be a fucking. It's going to look like Saigon. Like it's going to be just fucking napalm.
It's going to be fucking wrecked.
Like I'm excited to see what Francis does in this heavyweight division because honestly, outside of Derek Lewis or Jones, I don't see a whole lot of threats to him.
Yeah. He puts down legends in fucking highlight fashion. Like it just, you know, either highlight fashion or things that look like phantom punches because he's such a goddamn beast. Like what the shit he did to Kane was goddamn insulting. That 2-inch uppercut that
nothing punch
flatlines for nothing, and just legend done.
You know, UFC's been making some moves lately that I'm very excited about, and I think it's pretty safe to say I think we're all on board with this. But how do you guys feel about the end of the Reebok deal and the changing of the guard, bringing in Venom?
Man, about time. First of all.
Dude, I want to know. I would like to shake the hand of the individual at Reebok that came up with those shitty-ass suits, those shitty-ass outfits. Then I would like to show him the Venom line as we're handing him his fucking walking papers. That motherfucker he missed a huge opportunity to really be able to cash in. I am already looking at shit that I want to buy from this fucking line.
But did they really care, though? Because, again, it's Reebok. And based on history, Reebok is, I mean, when it comes to apparel and shoes, I don't think they really took much time to say, hey, let's do something special for the UFC. Let's get into the MMA branding.
Yeah, the Reebok kits looked like they were designed by a fucking accountant.
What is the most cost-efficient way to make them?
You know what looks great?
So ugly.
White on white.
Exactly. It was so fucking ugly. Just
white on
terrible.
White with vinyl lettering. That's the money.
Zero creativity.
I'm digging the shorts. I'm digging the track suits. I like the fact that they've reintroduced this thing called color into their fucking clothing. It's fucking amazing. And it's funny because I'm not even that big of a Venom fan.
Right? Like, and they didn't. Well, what's funny is like they didn't even do anything crazy. They just did a couple. Like they did some lines to track along like the outside of the body and aren't just straight lines. And then there's like a few colors that are not grayscale. And magically, it looks like clothing and not like a fucking just some shit you threw on that used to be a sheet. It's astonishing how impressed I am by such basic shit now.
Reebok was such shit that the idea of lines, the color yellow, and just the Venom logo itself was enough to make me want to cheer, which is astounding to me. But you know what? Justice makes a good point. When I sit here and I think about the history of Reebok, you know, when it comes to their apparel, I don't actually remember. I'm trying to think of some shit that they were like really famous for in terms of apparel that everyone just had to have.
I don't remember apparel at all.
I'm running into a fucking blank.
Even their shoes, honestly, I think their shoes look like dog shit. Like they're just boxy and ugly.
Their shoes fucking suck.
Right.
I think the shoes from the only thing I can remember from Reebok is for the shoes, and when Iverson used to be signed with them back in the day,
Right.
Allen Iversons. That's the only time I remember them being really big because
Yeah,
it was
well,
Allen Iverson. That's the last
right.
time.
Right. Well,
Oh,
but
he still is. He still signed with them.
He
Is
still
he?
signed with them. There you go.
Yeah.
And that was back in what, the 90s. That was their best guy, and is he still their best guy to this day?
Well,
yeah, retired.
well, I
for
think they
20 years.
re-signed. They re-signed Shaquille O'Neal again for
Oh,
his
yeah.
kamikazes and whatever the name of his shoes were.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, but
that's
at least
that
Shaq
was
is
the only
doing
time.
shit. At least
yeah,
Shaq
but
is
even
doing
with
shit.
the yeah,
Like
even
you
with
ain't
the
got
Reebok
no
deal,
you ain't got no new guys. Like
I think Adidas owns like part of Reebok or something now,
oh, yeah. I remember
which
reading
is
that
still
like a couple years ago.
which is
But
still kind of crazy because like Adidas makes like good stuff, and you think, well,
Well, but Adidas made
you
good
know,
shit prior to the Reebok shit.
yeah,
Yeah, they just bought him.
Yeah.
and they got a lot of good guys. They got some known guys. They're like, yeah, we'll buy Reebok, but yeah, we're focusing on us.
It's about us right now.
Just getting rid of competition.
I'm not gonna lie though, Venom actually. I mean, that's a dope fucking logo. Like it looks good on everything.
Whether you want it to or not.
Just the fucking snake head, like.
You guys want to talk about it? UFC finally selling its remaining 51% ownership.
Ooh, who'd they sell to?
Was it an Endeavor? Is that their name?
Endeavor, yeah, Endeavor.
So it's 51% Endeavor and 49
Everyone else.
everyone else. Is it MME or whatever that is, or
You bought WME or whatever?
yeah. Was that it, or did they buy them out? Like I'm not up on the.
I think Endeavor bought the remaining shares, so they own that bitch now.
So Dana White's no longer president?
I think he's president, and I think they kept him the same for the time being. Probably for whatever pre-existing contractual shit that he had. I can't picture Endeavor getting rid of Dana White.
I know, but I wish someone would.
Really?
I hate Dana White.
I mean, as much as I don't like Dana White, I mean he's good for the company. I'm gonna be honest. Hate him as much as you can. I mean, he makes the fights most of the time. 95% of the time, he makes the fights that everyone wants. He, with the exception of a few, he gets the fighters, and he keeps that boxing model away from MMA, which is, as far as pay, is not good, but as far as getting fights and making sure that, hey, you're gonna compete this year, you're gonna compete like you're supposed to. Ain't no ducking, ain't no hiding.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps them honest.
The pay is my problem. Honestly, like, if they didn't have these fucking exclusive deals, I wouldn't have a problem at all. Because, like, you're right. He does keep it from, being he does keep it from devolving into that boxing bullshit where, like, fucking, if you got a loss on your record, you're a no one. Or, like, or you can just duck someone for 3 years. The pay thing has always been a big issue for me. To me, like, these guys throwing themselves in there, taking years off their lives to do this shit for our entertainment and trying to make a living at it. Like, yeah, man, fucking pay them. Like, let them get their goddamn sponsorships. That's always my big issue.
I always found UFC more entertaining when people did have their fucking sponsorships. I enjoyed seeing people come to the ring with banners full of fucking names of companies that I've never heard of or clothing brands that I've never heard of. I thought that was good business for everybody. It made people's walkouts far more entertaining.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, well, who's George St. Pierre going to get sponsored by this time? Or
Yeah.
who's Rashad Evans going to get? Like, it was pretty cool to see. Like, when they did away with that, they was really just, to me, they just wanted to suppress the fighters from making money. That's what it saw for me.
Outside of Adesanya fucking, doing the fucking anime dances for his fights or whatever, who really had entertaining fucking walkouts while under this Reebok deal?
No.
Besides, was it Connor? I mean, that's about it. And he wasn't dancing or doing nothing like that. What?
Who did the Men in Black dance out? I forget who it was.
The English dude, the dude from the UK. I can't remember. No, who did the Men in Black dance?
Somebody did. I remember somebody did like a full suit and tie Men in Black dance all the way to the ring.
It might have been that English dude. I can't remember his name. He was.
In what year?
I'm gonna go to the ring and get jiggy with it.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name. Damn, I can't remember his name.
Well, that was the last entertaining walkout I could remember seeing.
And that's fucking sad.
Yeah, and that was like back in 2012, I believe.
I-
Yeah,
I'm-
it was like right when the Reebok deal just started or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that under Endeavor, things within the UFC change. I hope they slack up on that drug testing so people can get those special vitamins again.
Lasers.
Yeah, I hope people can, return to pissing lasers and growing gills and turning into Aquaman when they go into the fucking cage. I hope that, people can bring their banners to the ring and it not just look fucking sad. Because, like, when people come to the ring now, or the cage now, and they hang their fucking banners, it's just the fighter's name, the name of the gym or whatever, and then, like, that's it. I want to see that shit. It's fucking boring. I want to see the old school banners that had, like, Condom Depot and shit like that all over it.
Yeah, I want to see a Pornhub.com.
Right? I want to see GoDaddy on somebody's shorts,
Yeah, just some outrageous shit.
That kind of shit is one of the things that helped propel UFC to the mainstream. And I get it, they wanted to fall in line with, like, the baseball league and shit like that, but that's not you. It's not you at all. And that's disheartening. And speaking of things that are disheartening to me, I would like to talk about the most underappreciated lightweight in the game today, Patricky Pitbull. And I know he's over at Bellator, and he's a fucking double champ, but that is a cat who never gets the fucking recognition he deserves.
Agree 100%. I think Michael Chandler agrees as well.
Yeah, part of his soul is still over in Bellator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What if Chandler wins a lightweight title? Like, I mean, Patricky Pitbull's the last person to beat him soundly.
Scott Coker's not letting Patricky go. He will. I think he'll do everything he can to lock this motherfucker in his contract. But that's another trade I would love to see UFC do. I would love to see UFC be like, you know what? We'll trade fucking, what's left of Frankie Edgar, and you give us Pitbull.
Throw Kevin Lee in there.
I'd actually rather keep Edgar than Kevin Lee.
I mean, Kevin Lee. He can fight, but he'd tear it up at Bellator. But
he would.
Man, he gets on my nerves.
I feel like Bellator's where he needs to be. I feel like Kevin Lee needs to be in Bellator, and Pitbull needs to be in the UFC. It's almost a crime that he's not in the UFC.
Agreed.
You
Both
think
hands.
the UFC is going to, like, do that trading thing again? Because last time they did it, ended up with the bad end of the deal.
Did they though? Did they?
Yeah. There's Ben Askren.
Well, no. Now, really think about this. So they got Ben Askren, okay? The guy that everyone loves to hate. The guy that everyone rooted to fucking lose. He was brought over in hopes that he would die. He comes in, gets a bullshit victory over Robbie Lawler, even though he was slammed to death, and that fight should have been fucking stopped immediately, but whatever. Bulldogs his bullshit way into a victory. Then he is mercilessly kneed into oblivion by the fastest KO in fucking UFC history. And then he is choked the fuck out by Damian Maia. I feel we got our money's worth.
That's kind of true.
If you really think about it, he was brought over for the sole purpose of proving that UFC had the better fighters, and they literally beat him into fucking retirement. That's a win as far as I'm concerned. And don't get me wrong, ONE FC got a sweet end of the deal too. They got arguably one of the greatest of all time for fucking Ben Askren. Now that's insulting for Mighty Mouse. That's completely insulting. But at the same time,
I don't even know that it was an insult for Mighty Mouse because he was like, he just been cleaning up, like just nothing else for him.
There was nothing for him.
Just cash him out. Cash him out. You can't he's the best, arguably the best technician by far that we've seen, and you can't really your promotion. You can't drum up some fucking interest in him. Like I get it, it's harder to build interest for the smaller weight classes, but the guy's a video game.
And we got rid of him for Ben Askren, but we got rid of him so we could watch Ben Askren die. You know what? Fair trade. Fair trade. Go over there. Go ahead and take their title. Go ahead and take their belt. In the meantime, Masvidal, why don't you go ahead and knee his fucking skull from his shoulders to the back of his ass. Now I just need them to do another trade and get Pitbull over there.
That I do want to see that.
That
He
would
just,
be
you know who he
amazing.
reminds me of? For some reason, he reminds me of like Chris Cyborg.
Do tell.
It just, I feel like he has that factor where just no one wants to fight him. Like, people will fight him, but they don't really want to.
Agreed.
Like,
I see where you're getting at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the last person that went in there with him who I thought wanted to be in there with him.
Oh, his name was Chandler, and we saw how that ended.
Oh, and yeah, and that was a mistake, wasn't it? That was like he thought he wanted to be in there with him. That was, yeah.
I mean, he did get his revenge against his brother, though.
Yeah, but that's his brother, man. Like, you know, that's, come on. Yeah.
So how do you guys think Pitbull will do over in UFC?
Champion. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I
Justice is
believe
being
him and
real
Chandler
quiet.
might be passing that belt back and forth. I feel
About
like
that.
I think
I mean,
Chandler. I think Chandler hands him that
Chandler has
belt.
gotten good, man.
Has he though?
He's gotten better. Yeah,
Has he?
Really? How? When was it? When did they fight last? When did they fight? It was.
I mean,
y'all
he,
disrespectful, man.
for real, man. Y'all didn't see his last fight where he destroyed Dan Hooker?
I saw it.
I mean, come.
Okay.
But we all come on. But before you go there, all of us knew what that was. They gave that motherfucker the worst game plan on the fucking planet. He went out there and tried to execute that bullshit, and he fucking paid the price. That is not how Dan Hooker fights.
I mean, either way, if that's how he fights or he doesn't. Shit. Oh no. You know? Oh shit. Wow. We was just
Nope, don't you
about-
do it. Don't you do it.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Come on. Tori,
Let them-
come on,
let them-
Justice.
Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Nope. Nope.
Ah,
Don't you spoil shit.
Listen.
I gotta spoil
That's
it.
why I've been
Gotta
so
spoil
quiet.
it.
My heart can't
That's why I've been
take
so
it.
That's why I
quiet.
kind of been quiet too. I'm like, yo, am I really seeing
Don't you
this?
do it.
My heart
Oh
can't.
my God.
My heart can't take it.
Nope.
I
Nope.
can't help it.
Nope.
He's
Don't
gonna
you
do it. He's gonna do it anyway. He don't give a fuck. He's gonna do it anyway.
What the actual fuck? See, this is
Don't
why.
you do it.
I
So
I'm
cute.
not controlling it now. It's out of my hands.
I've clicked on it. Yeah, I clicked on it.
You.
I tried, Justice.
This is that bullshit. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop.
Just let him fight.
Oh, it's more.
man.
It's more. It's more.
Just let him.
Oh,
It's fucking more.
this hurts.
Does it really though?
Excuse
Because I was watching.
Shit.
Excuse you?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That was the
Excuse
first
you?
one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So,
What? Oh.
That is
who got the better end?
first off, that's bullshit.
Whoa.
He was positioning his
Why
head.
is that guy like? Why is that guy like 6 feet tall?
Hmm,
He's like a full head.
Because
taller than
he's
Mighty Mouse.
juiced.
exactly.
He's juiced. Remember, they don't do it. They don't do weight cutting. They do hydration tests.
No, I'm just saying for the he's like a head taller than Mighty Mouse.
He ain't just a head taller. He's bigger than Mouse.
He's fucking huge.
He's bigger than Mouse by a long shot, bro. He's fucking
Is he?
145.
It doesn't look
Yeah,
like
she's fucking.
he looks like thin, but just like
You can tell he cut weight.
Oh yeah.
He cut weight. He wasn't supposed to.
yeah. God damn. Well, I'm glad there's no video of the actual.
Oh, there
the
will
actual-
be.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't
Yeah.
want to. My heart can't take
The
it.
actual what? Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah, go ahead, Justice. Go ahead. We all need to have our evenings ruined.
I mean, I didn't want to be that guy.
I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
Deku patiently
I think
waited
really
to
wants
be that guy.
Justice.
I didn't want to be that guy.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, I was patiently sitting here rooting for the underground king, Eddie Alvarez, to do what he does best and take an ass whooping, then give an ass whooping, and then eventually become champion of an organization. But it seems the power that be decided that a few incidental shots to the back of one's head after one or two warnings from a referee has enabled this fight a disqualification and a loss for Eddie Alvarez. That's bullshit. Thought I'd share that. That's bullshit. Eddie was robbed.
Okay, I'm looking at this. Nah, yeah, he got, they screwed him.
Yeah, he got robbed.
They screwed him. Ooh, yeah, that was definitely the powers that be. Like, call it. Stop it right now. Stop it. We can't let him be champion. Ooh,
yeah, they're like, he's not getting another belt.
Mr. Man just came to the ring and said, call it.
Yo, this is almost similar to, this is the Montreal Screwjob right here.
Call
it. This is the Montreal Screwjob right here.
Now,
for MMA.
I will say this much in terms of Mighty Mouse, that was a fair stoppage.
Yeah, that's
Mighty Mouse, that's fair. But Eddie Alvarez,
got fucked.
Definitely Montreal Screwjob.
Eddie got fucked.
Eddie's gonna be walking funny for a little bit. He got fucked.
He got fucked hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That's that bullshit.
Man, they were like, you know what? This is going to be our opportunity to make sure that neither one of these UFC motherfuckers gets these belts tonight. Mariah,
exactly.
I mean, I can't take it away from him. He earned that. He earned that fucking knockout. But
that was actually
I blame Mighty Mouse for that one. He got careless and just ran in and got caught. Eddie, he had that motherfucker grapevined and was just punching the shit out of him. And dude is deliberately turning his head away.
Mm-hmm. He's also playing it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
He's on that Aljo Sterling shit. He's just flopping around.
Mm-hmm.
He's on that Aljo shit right now. What's going on, Ramrod?
Nothing much. Just got home.
Would you like me to go ahead and ruin it for you, sir? I'll take that as a yes. Mighty Mouse got TKO'd, and Eddie Alvarez got fucked.
And DQ'd.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's an appropriate response.
Yeah.
You said fucking what? Y'all are fucking with me.
No, we're not. You can watch
we're not.
You can watch it in the chat, bro.
Look in the chat.
Mighty Mouse got
the
fucking
Mighty Mouse
KO'd.
get TKO'd by this guy. What?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is a foot and a half taller than him.
Seriously, he's hurt.
The rules will say it's different. He wasn't prepared for that. You can look at that position and when he was in, and you can be like, yeah, that's not his thing.
Yeah,
they're not training for that.
Oh,
Wait,
man, it's
so
great.
So how exactly did he TKO Demetrius Johnson?
He shoots in. He gets clipped across the jaw. It sends him reeling backwards.
Oh, the knee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was it.
You know what? That is a fucking awesome knee. I actually love that.
Oh yeah.
He's work.
We call that an exclamation mark.
Now, I assume that was a legal knee in ONE FC's rules.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So ONE FC is more of like a real fight rules than UFC is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's where they get that from. The ref will call you when you're down to opponent and let you know, hey, you can strike or you can't strike.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's how it fucking like the fighters. See, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about with like the Aljo shit. Like the rules need to be things that the fighters can easily discern during a match. So like, yeah, it should be the refs either on the ref's discretion to say whether or not like you can or can't strike, or it needs to be something completely fucking obvious for a fighter in the middle of a fight to catch, instead of this like nonsense like, oh, it's really blurry and while stuff is moving it's hard to tell like where the line is. Like, nah, it just needs to be very clear. That'll keep a lot more people safe. Fuck, that was a good short knee.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that.
No.
And you can tell. I mean, I know he trained with what's his name? The guy who used to fight in Pancrase. Matt Hume.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he wasn't. That rule said he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, if I'm in Mariah's camp, that's one of the first things that I'm thinking is like, okay, how can we exploit the rule set that is probably ingrained in Mighty Mouse's like muscle memory at this point.
See, even American karate ain't shit. American MMA ain't shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Dude, when I first heard that like back of the head, when they first outlawed like back of the head in UFC, I was like, the fuck is this? Like, this is okay. So now we're not fighting. We're not fighting now. That's what you're saying. We're not actually fighting.
You can sustain a ton of like long-term damage from the back of the head just really easy. So I could like understand it a little bit, but
no.
So
No.
it's okay. It's okay that I wheel kick you in the and my heel can hit you in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean we kick each other in the back of the head a lot, but
yeah, but
you're just digging a hole.
But I can't throw a punch to the back of your head, even though my knuckles will give before your fucking skull does.
No. Eddie Alvarez got fucked. He got fucked hard.
Oh no!
Wait! How do you get DQ'd? What happened?
He grapevined this motherfucker's legs, had him pushed up against the cage, and was just steady punching him in the face. This dude turns his head to look towards the cage, so a lot of those punches that would, some of them were on the ear, some of them were behind the ear.
Some were a little below the ear.
Below the ear, and there were some that were legitimately to the back of the head.
No,
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just simply saying.
Okay, go ahead.
But when you turn your fucking head like that, and you're basically trying to turn your head in a way in which you're trying to guide that fucking punch to strike you into the back of the head, that's on you. That's your fuck up. It's your job to try to improve your position. It's not for the striker to sit there and be like, oh, well, that felt like the ear, or that felt like the fucking, the base of the skull. I don't fucking know. You're in the midst of a fight. You're in a position where you're basically wrap this guy up where he can't go anywhere. That dude was fucked because he had no idea how to get out of that fucking situation. He had no idea what to do. So he pulled an Aljo and just fucking milked it. As you were saying, Justice?
Yeah. I mean, I won't say the Aljo part, but since you threw it in there, I commend you for that.
Why, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not saying that was his last chance of getting to that ONE FC gold, but man, it's not going to be easy. Mighty Mouse, he'll bounce back from that.
In one championship, CEO rules all. If he decide, well, hey, that he's not going to hold it against him, he won't.
True that. Mariah, congratulations to you, sir. That was an excellent fucking knee to the face. RamRod, how do you feel about Mighty Mouse losing, sir? I know you were rooting for the other way.
Yeah, not great.
Hurt.
I mean, he can definitely work his way back up, but like, shit.
I feel like this is appropriate for Mighty Mouse right now. I just feel like after that knee landed, BOW!
You know what I actually liked most about that was that the knee was short and he didn't overextend on it, and he used it as a step to just basically to like, it was a strike and then also a step directly into the next position. Like it was a really well controlled strike.
Again, these, I've said it before and I'll say it again, this right here, despite all the behind the scenes bullshit and the weird contractual, you can't say shit about the company bullshit that they make all the fighters and employees sign. When I watch fights like this, that is what makes me a huge ONE FC fan. And I want nothing more than for them to become huge in the fucking States.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fire.
Waiting for him to get that belt back. But I don't know, these things happen. It wouldn't be the first time he's like lost. So I'm sure he'll like make it back up there and then readjust. That dude's like pretty smart, so he'll probably like remember it and then just adapt.
But yeah, like I said, like shit like this makes me want nothing more than for ONE FC to invade the States and really be competition for the UFC.
Yeah, man.
I want some
I've been saying
WWF versus WCW shit, but for like
Yes.
UFC versus one. That'd be amazing to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, how do you handle testing?
What's that? Yeah, I forgot. He wasn't on the last episode where he got to hear me go on a 5-minute long diatribe about how I want people pissing lasers and running through walls and developing gills. So to answer that question there, Ramrod, I am all for steroids in all sports. All of them.
Damn. So just fuck the long-term health.
Yeah. Fuck your health. You knew what this was when UFC offered to pay you $500,000 per fight. No. I need $400,000 of that going to pharmaceutical grade enhancements. Genetically enhanced humans fighting for my amusement, like the mindless slaves that they are.
Is this supposed to be like
bunch of juiced up fucking dude bros killing themselves for nothing? It's amazing.
What if the UFC goes to like just no testing? We're not testing for shit.
Well, then it's Pride all over again, and it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, it looked like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And
who do you think they're gonna sign? Who's like gonna be the first guy to like at least like come back to the UFC? Or
honestly,
just gonna...
if the UFC was to be able to get around testing and could recruit or sign anyone they want, they are going to raid Francis's village and get everyone that looks just like him. And then they're going to go to the next village, and they're going to get the biggest motherfuckers from there.
It's going to be all of West Africa.
Yes.
There's not going to be. It's going to be like Cameroon, Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, like the whole, all that shit.
Yes.
All of it.
And they're all going to be juiced to the gills, and it's going to look like someone went into the fucking zoo and opened the fucking silverback gorilla exhibit. And it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yes, I want to see them fight Russians.
A bunch of silverback gorillas versus a bunch of fucking Russian polar bears.
That'd
be amazing.
West Africa and Russia just fight. That's just the freaks.
Yeah, I don't even care who wins because we all win in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the fighters.
Oh no! See, you're wrong. You're wrong. They win. They win. You're going to get the best training. You're going to get the best drugs. You're going to get the best doctors injecting those great drugs into your body. You're going to get the best walkout music.
Two things to point out there. I'm not sure if this is how far into jokes we're going.
Oh, you think I'm?
No joke.
Yeah, you think I'm being funny? No, nigga, I mean this. I want nothing more than for a bunch of silverbacks to just run wild and fight polar bears and grizzlies in a cage for my amusement.
I'm looking at like highlights of how destructive like Jose Aldo's leg kick. Imagine Jose Aldo jacked to the fucking gills and how his leg kicks would be. Like we know how his kicks are, and he's just destroying everybody with these leg kicks. And I'm just thinking, imagine if this motherfucker was on fucking Rocket Field.
What do you mean if he was back on it?
Yeah. I was gonna
say you glossed over that.
Like not hiding it. Like not hiding it. Like we know you do. That's what I'm.
Like if he didn't have to cycle off for the fight.
Right. If he didn't, like you just on it, just
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Imagine how hard these leg kicks would be.
Well, we've seen this shit, right? We've seen this shit in Pride and in the early days of the UFC. Fucking, we know exactly where it goes, and it leads to the most amazing fights you've ever seen.
Right.
Because Ramrod thinks I'm kidding, allow me to re-incriminate myself. I want steroids in all sports. I want steroids in all sports. I want babies out of the womb on steroids. I want house cats and house plants on steroids. I want my Honda Civic on fucking steroids. And if that's not enough, I want all of you on steroids.
No.
That's where my mind is at, sir. That's how I honestly look at that shit. I think every sport in the world benefits from steroids. Imagine bass fishing on steroids. Picture some fucking juiced up fucking country boy. I can't put this fucking lure on the reel, and he just jumps in the water and just catches the bass himself and tears that bitch in half. I want my Honda Civic turning into Optimus fucking Prime. Then I'll be happy. I want golf to be full contact.
I want golf to be full contact.
Absolutely.
Thing. I think it's called hurling.
Well, I need more of that shit.
Full contact what?
Gymnastics.
Yeah, I do some of that, but that's a private matter.
So RamRod, let me ask you this, since you're how do I put this? You're a very straight and narrow person. So no steroids for you, huh?
Bitch.
Nah.
In anything.
No. Well, I mean, no.
I don't know, man. It sounded like you were thinking about it.
I thought like organizations where it's already there. I was like, is there really a purpose?
Oh, there's definitely a purpose. You guys really make me feel dead inside.
Why?
Why you say that?
Especially RamRod, because I'm over here thinking like all the different things that I would do if I was able to get around drug testing and I owned an organization like UFC, or no, fuck UFC. If I owned an organization like Pride or One, oh man, man, I would have Beyonce versus Taylor Swift on fucking roids. Oh man.
Just what? How do you make that fight happen? Is it just like
money?
You just keep
money,
keep them in cages.
Lots of money. You know what you do? This is how you get real musical celebrities to fight each other for your amusement. You buy the masters of all their music.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can get you to damn near practically almost kill your family if I hold your masters.
Right.
Man, I am dead inside. Oh man, I'd have like Battle of the Booties. You know, I'd have Shakira versus J-Lo on roids.
On roids.
On roids. So, out of curiosity, RamRod, why exactly are you against performance enhancement drugs, sir?
I mean, if you're talking about like steroids in specific, there are plenty of cases where people just end up killing themselves really early on in life because of steroid use.
So it has nothing to do with pre-existing mental health issues?
No, it has to do with the fact that they like overstrain their heart and kill themselves because they're using.
Oh, you're gonna have to elaborate on that then.
Jesus Christ! Am I gonna have to pull up a fucking case study or something?
No, I'm just saying, when you say kill themselves, they're shooting yourself in the head, hanging yourself, stuff like that. You're talking about hearts exploding. That's completely different.
Even the hearts exploding shit is like dudes who should weigh about 200 pounds instead weighing 260 pounds of just solid fucking muscle that, like, you know, and also we're probably talking about professional wrestlers and they kill themselves on the road 300 days a year. Like, the lifestyle has a lot to do with it too. Plus, there's also a correlation for the proclivity to use steroids and the proclivity to use lots of other drugs. There's like,
you're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. No one likes you. No one likes you.
It was primarily for TRT blowing up your heart.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, it does raise your chance for like premature death. That's not even like just a single thing. You can go online and you'll find studies on that shit.
So does
man,
drinking
like a
beer
year.
and smoking cigarettes.
Here we go.
Hey,
yes.
That's not illegal.
Here we go.
Yeah. Like,
there's so much stuff you can argue for this.
You know what the number one thing is?
This
you know
needs
what the
to
number
happen.
One thing is sleep.
This needs to happen.
That's the number one. Like that. Like yeah. So, like, dude, the kind of shit that people are doing, especially in the upper echelons of sports, like, even the training is fucking taking years off their lives, much less anything they're doing to, like, try and recover from it. So, I'm sure you've heard, it's literally more dangerous for people to compete in the Tour de France non-enhanced than it is for them to be taking shit.
If you mix 1 part Coke, 1 part Irish whiskey, you know what you get? Conor McGregor when he knocked out Jose Aldo.
Oh, yeah. Know what I'm drinking right now.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Legendary.
Cocaine.
I will say this. I get where RamRod is coming from, but like everybody else is saying, it's like a lot of things like mental health, depression, all that type of jazz. The reason why they, like, you know, off themselves, and of course you got damage to your body, taking pain pills, drinking, all that jazz. Most likely it's like mental health shit, like for real. But like even like right now, I currently train at a professional wrestling gym, and like the stories that I hear, like it's very depressing. Like it has nothing to do with like steroids. It's just like other shit they got going on outside of like training and practice.
Yeah,
I don't believe Chris Benoit. I don't believe Chris Benoit killed his family over a bad booster shot. I just don't.
No, absolutely not.
I just don't. Sorry.
Yeah, we can take the autopsy of like Chris Benoit. Like, yeah, he did off himself, but when they did the autopsy, I don't know if you know about
his
this,
brain was
his brain was like a baby, like a mush, like it was terrible. And that came from just repeatedly like blows. There you go.
Pause.
Repeated blows all over Canada, United States, Japan, and the whole world.
The diving headbutt shit and all that.
Right. Huh?
So Deku.
I know,
Yes.
right?
What kind of you're professional wrestling now? What kind of shoes you on?
I don't know anything. I am on pre-workout C4 Sport.
Look, man, you
What?
Very good cover up.
okay?
C4 Sport. I'm one of those guys. The fence.
About what?
I'm on the fence when it comes to steroids. Like, I think it's cheating, and I definitely don't want to be, matched up, or like, say if I'm doing a shoot in the ring, I don't want to be matched up with a guy with steroids, which most likely is probably going to happen. But they know how to do their job. And also, like fighting, I don't want to be fighting somebody that's on steroids or performance enhancing drugs. But there's also a flip side to it. We got some of the greatest fights we ever seen in Pride and even in the UFC because motherfuckers were jacked to the fucking gills. So I'm kind of on the fucking fence, As a fan, me personally, nah.
Yeah. Guy who was about shit for steroids.
I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember that I am not on steroids, period. I get bigger and older. Bigger and stronger the older I get. I was like, this motherfucker is lying like a motherfucker.
That was genius. We live in a world where we can watch a person who's on the ground get kneed into the fucking face, and this is what we need.
So that we can know to not let ourselves get in that situation.
Exactly. That's what you call a learning tool.
My girl has something on in the living room, so I'll just make sure.
Is it porn?
Never mind, I'm walking back in my room.
Was it porn?
Here we go again.
No, I didn't say anything.
Any second now, what you're gonna get is, hey girl, I'm almost done. Yeah. Why don't you do the thing? Do the thing.
Do the thing, girl. Do the thing.
Fuck you guys.
Why are they two do the things now?
Hey. Go ahead and take it off. I'll be back. We almost done. I'll be back in a second. Yeah.
And any second now, at some point, we're going to be having a moment of silence for like a fallen fighter who maybe have some come or died to another fighter on roids, and we're going to hear this shit in the background.
You want to suck a dick?
Like, hey man, we're recording. Mute your mic. No. I want you to hear this. Let's see. So far, we've had Justice sound like he was fucking throwing pots and pans down the steps. We've had Lobo losing connection, going in and out. We've had UTBABYA snoring. We had Deku asking for head. Mustang cooking fucking plantains. And let us not forget, Surrounded Cards, a.k.a. RamRod, just having fun time splash time in the fucking bathtub while we're recording. Yeah, the mic picks up all that shit. Nigga in the bathtub. Talking about, really? I can't believe that happened. Splash, splash, splash.
Now, Ramrod, how often do you take bubble baths? Is that like a weekly thing for you, or?
Don't you answer that question? Don't you answer?
You said you go to a Turkish bath?
No, what the fuck is going on in this conversation?
you said you go to a Greek. You said you go to a Greek bathhouse.
No, I'll take a bath and then I'll take a shower.
A communal bath and shower? That's really weird. That's
God
that's
damn
not
it.
that's not that normal anymore.
So
I
you
feel like that's like an ancient
so you
thing.
take a bath and then take a shower.
Actually,
That's-
no.
I was saying this is how I know you did not grow up in a black household, because you would never get away with being able to take a bath and a shower back to back. Bullshit. Moms would have pulled you out of there and
I
whooped
never
your
got
ass.
away with it until I moved into this apartment where they're just like, yeah, we don't charge you for water. And I was like, your fucking mistake.
Oh, that was the case. Somebody hooking up a slip and slide at that place.
You fucking for real. They said, I was just like, wait, so you guys are for real? You guys won't charge them for water? They're like, yeah, it's already formed into your bill. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna abuse the shit out of this, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
You might
for
as well
real.
start selling bottled water.
I would.
A side hustle. Think about it.
Well, gentlemen, that was all the shit that I had. I just wanted to, yeah. So, gentlemen, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming out this evening. This was all I had for you guys in terms of episode 35. Short, sweet, had some funny moments, had some good shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Be sure to listen, like, share, and subscribe for all the latest episodes, news, and updates. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at fistfights.friedricepodcast or at h8l.muay thai. On Twitter, follow us at H8L_Fight Talk.